It's the Motor City edition of NASCAR Sprint Cup Series GarageCam, presented by Mobile One. I'm your host, Matthew Dillner, bringing you live inside the NASCAR garage, streaming only on NASCAR.com. Live from Michigan International Speedway. Welcome everybody watching in the morning, in the early morning if you're on the West Coast. And well, heck, we have international viewers too, so what the heck. If you're new to the show and you're seeing the Cosmo Motors number 83 of Matt DiBenedetto, look up to the upper right. There's a little little chat bubble. Click on that. Open up that chat. You can move it around wherever you want. We want to know who you are, where you're from, what you want to see today on NASCAR.com. No boring requests. Louis DiDonato with the pole position today. First in the interactive chat. Man, we got quite a race always to be the first person in the chat because you know you're going to get the shout out when you do that. Louis DiDonato has become the champion. I think he logs on at like 4 in the morning to get on there. Big props to you, Louis. Ty goes to the train. You can barely see the rookie stripe on this car, but Chris Buescher, rookie competitor, NASCAR Xfinity Series champion. Reed Sorensen, the number 98. Chevrolet SS. Carl Miller, the spotter, just talking to him a few minutes ago. Jeffrey Earnhardt outside here in the bright sunshine. Good looking body on this number 32 Go Fast Racing Ford this week. Crew members preparing the cars. We're about 28 minutes until the first NASCAR Sprint Cup Series practice here. Plenty of people in the chat room that we could give a shout out to. There was somebody from Pennsylvania that chimed in. I believe it was Sarah Stengel. Good morning from Reading, Pennsylvania. Let's get some shout outs. We love hearing the shout outs. There's no drivers really surfacing much yet. We saw DiBenedetto walking by in his polo shirt, golf shirt, whatever you want to call it. Josh Wise giving everybody a challenge yesterday on Snapchat, on his Snapchat. You should follow Josh Wise, pretty cool. It was just a whole bunch of shots of him running through Ann Arbor, Michigan. And he challenged everybody to show their running voyage. It was pretty cool. I, of course, did not oblige. This is about all you get today, folks. Jaeger, can you run faster? No.
I'm sure Chuck would have asked where you ran, because you know Chuck.
Yeah, who? Chuck who?
I forgot his last name.
Oh yeah, Chuck, the guy who basically jinxed Frosty Joey. Yeah, Chuck Busch. You said Frosty Joey at the end of Rearview Mirror. If you haven't checked out Rearview Mirror on NASCAR.com, it's a weekly segment. It's really interesting. You got to check it out. It's a lot of fun. So Chuck Busch went on there and he kind of picked on my hand gestures when I say things. Even when I'm off camera, I say things with my hands. And he basically said, when in Michigan, you got to go to Frosty Joey, which is one of my favorite ice cream places and a beloved place for so many crew guys like Timmy Latiga right here. Well, guess what, Chuck? You closed Frosty Joey. As soon as you said that, the place closed down. Anyway, let's roll on. Paul Menard, right alongside Clint Boyer. Clint Boyer, the number 15. 5th place finish in 2013, but this team has still some struggles so far in 2016. There's Greg Biffle, the Ford EcoBoost machine right there for Greg Biffle. 4 wins, 5th best driver rating here at Michigan, so 4 wins for the Biff. This Roush Racing team, though, well, they still are trying to find speed in these Fords. A little loud in this part of the garage, but we'll show you Eric Amarola's Smithfield, number 43, because why not? It's bacon, baby. The gateway meat. Danica Patrick, the Nature's Bakery, number 10, here in the Cup Garage, and teams prepping on these cars, including the Front Row Motorsports team over there of Landon Castle behind. Danica Patrick, the 4th female to compete at Michigan in the Sprint Cup Series. Janet Guthrie, Robin McCall, Shauna Robinson, all have competed here at Michigan in the NASCAR ranks. Janet Guthrie, 1969, with a 10th place finish, matching this number 10 car. Danica, her best finish 16th last year in June, this race. So trying to improve on that is the driver of the Nature's Bakery number 10 right here, Stuart Haaskamp. Lennon Castle's car, the MDS number 38 in the garage. Thumbs up from the crew guys. It's up on scale pads right now. Casey Mears, the number 13 Geico ride. Saw Casey at the airport this past week, actually just yesterday, and he was dropping his grandpa off. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Spent a few days with him, and some nice family time lately for the driver of the number 13 machine. Such a rich racing heritage. The number 95 again this week, Ty Dillon. This team made a lot of gains last week in Pocono and trying to carry over that success over here to Michigan International Speedway. Last week in Pocono, leading some of his first laps in the Sprint Cup Series. The Shore Lodge, number 44, right alongside. Getting photographed right here. Brian Scott, B. Scott. Let's motor around the back of this car. Oh man, I could go for that. We didn't have any breakfast this morning, so we're gonna have to roll through 2 garage cams without food. We might be on the struggle bus. What's up, Gonzalez? So, hey, that's okay. Hey, there was a request for the 78, wasn't there, bud? What was that guy? Oh, yeah, that's right, it's David. David Yo from Philly, Matt. How about the 78 from Down to Shore? Martin Truex, please. Well, there's the 78 pit box and the 78 trailer right here for you. Beautiful hauler, beautiful day. Beautiful day here in the Irish Hills of Michigan for NASCAR.com GarageCam. If you guys have any really cool questions, let us know too. We'd love to talk to you. You know what we like? You know what I like personally? I like less downforce. That's what these teams are rolling with this weekend. Here, Kentucky. Less downforce makes for good racing. That's like our Vanna White there. You're our Vanna White. A little shorter spoiler right there on these cars, and boy, is it making the racing interesting. It has made the racing very interesting so far with this new package this year. And now taking away some of that downforce is going to help the racing be even better, folks. Some amazing finishes this year, and NASCAR is definitely going the right direction. Kyle Larson, best finish of 8th here in 2014. Yeah, this is his 3rd season of racing here in the Sprint Cup Series, but he's got a lot of starts here at Michigan. 8 starts to be exact between this series, the Xfinity Series, and I believe 2 in the ARCA Series. So Kyle Larson definitely with some experience here in the Irish Hills of Michigan. Chad Johnson suspended after a lug nut violation last week following the Exalta We Paint Winners 400 at Pocono. So definitely been a hot topic over the last 2 weeks with the whole lug nut deal. Well, last week it really worked for the 41 bunch, having a suspended crew chief. Who knows, maybe the 42 can follow suit. Stuart Haas Racing with the big win last week at Pocono for Kurt Busch, and this is a driver right here that was really rolling good in Pocono. It's Tony Stewart, Kurt Busch's teammate right there, and the car owner of that number 41, Tony Stewart. Mobil 1 on the side of this car as well. He's got a win here at Michigan. It was in his 3rd appearance, which was pretty cool. 12 top 10s for Smoke here at Michigan. So a place that, you know, heck, they've been really, really gaining on this 14 team. So I don't know if you could expect a win, but a lot of improvement from the 14 camp. Obviously very disappointed with last week's result. Trevor Bayne, the number 6 car inside the garage here. Caesar about to jack this puppy up. Roush Racing, 13 wins, more than any other active team here at Michigan. Wins, of course, coming from Mark Martin, Greg Biffle, Carl Edwards, Matt Kenseth, and I think Kurt Busch. That's right. So, but Trevor Bayne has yet to get a win for Roush in this series, in the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series. But this is Roush Row right over here. We passed Biffle just a little while earlier. And now to Ricky Stenhouse outside here, right alongside, neighbors with his teammate, the Olive Branch, Mississippi driver, wheeling the navy blue 5th Third Bank entry this week. Casey Kane has won here at Michigan. The number 47 of AJ Allmendinger. We probably tuned in on NASCAR.com and just saw the dinger on his little press conference. We were watching it right before we walked in. AJ Allmendinger, this team showing some improvement. He was talking about how places like this, places like Pocono, where they've kind of struggled in the past, that they're not where they want to be, but they think that they found improvement. And as long as there is trending upward direction movement for that team, that he's pretty satisfied. The number 21 of Ryan Blaney, rookie competitor here for the Wood Brothers in that number 21. 3 Truck Series starts for Ryan Blaney at Michigan. So a rookie, yes, in the Sprint Cup Series, but a little bit of experience here on this high-banked oval, repaved a few years ago. Can we see the Wood Brothers car? Pretty please, says Blaine Smith. I like the pretty please, Blaine Smith. What's up, Blaine? DRL 14 fan, morning. Sneaking my break here. Oh, you gotta love taking your break and watching NASCAR.com GarageCam, maybe eating a banana like I just did right before the show. Since we didn't have breakfast, I was able to get a banana. Brenna Worley, hi. Hi, well, hi, Brenna Worley. Hello to you. Hello back. Hopefully we get some driver surfacing, so it's not just 30 minutes of your host here talking. Jamie McMurray. Well, McMurray and his crew chief, a few of the guys were out last night at a local eatery having some dinner, having a good time. Ran into those boys. It wasn't McDonald's, so that's why I'm not going to say the name of it. But yeah, let's just say it's McDonald's for them, so it makes them sound better. Anyway, Austin Dillon, red, white, and blue, the patriotic scheme for the number 3 car of Austin Dillon this week. Dow. Back out into the bright sunshine here. What's up, CJ Latirza, our audio guy? Ryan Newman's car getting rolled by here. Granger on board. New paint scheme. We've seen the gray Granger this year. There's the white scheme. Got some chat room chime-ins here. Nathan Plott watching at work. Shh. So do you want me to talk softer for you so you don't get in trouble at work? I say get some headphones. Maybe minimize the window a little bit so that way it looks, if you get caught, you've kind of got it on in the background, but you're still watching and doing your work. I think that would work. That's my strategy. Jimmy Johnson at number 48, back in black this week for Johnson. 1 win here, 2014. It was a place that for so long he didn't get the win here, and he only has a few on his list, and he was able to accomplish that. So best driver average start for Jimmy Johnson, a pretty cool stat. For all you stat nerds right there, of course, leads in laps led here, 646. So it's kind of surprising that there's only been 1 win. Ron Malik underneath this car, and the boys in the 48 getting it prepped for the first practice session here at Michigan International Speedway, and then right alongside the Alan Gustafson-led team of Chase Elliott. Here are the Napa boys. Getting the fuel rolled in here. A lot of photographers standing by here. See if we can squeeze in here. And there is Alan Gustafson and Chase Elliott going over some pre-practice strategy here in the Michigan garage. Joey Logano signing a very familiar car. He's got a win here in 2013 and hoping, of course, this week we can prove that Penske speed because that 22 has been fast, just haven't gotten that racing luck.
I know. We've had decent speed, and who knows with this new rules package, right? We don't know what's going to happen. So I'm excited here. We're going to go like 215 miles an hour here in a few minutes, so I'm pretty pumped.
Pretty pumped. It puts it back into the driver's hands, too. It's not mechanical grip and things like that. You guys got to be elbows up and wheeling it with this package.
I think we're going to be off the gas a lot more than we used to be. I mean, we used to qualify here almost wide open all the way around. I highly doubt that's how it's going to be today, but you never know until you get out there.
All right, Joey Logano, the Pennzoil car right here, hoping to get that win. Elusive win so far in 2016. I'll tell you what, the 22 camp is one that I would circle on the calendar as a team to beat this week. If you're playing NASCAR.com Fantasy Live, mark it down. I'm saying the 22 is a car to beat this week. Halfway, says William Yeager. Big Orioles fan, big Phillies fan right here. I'm not wearing my Yankee hat. There's the number 20 of Matt Kenseth being rolled through their garage stall. Hey, see, at least we got one driver to talk to. We got Sliced Bread, Joey Logano. David chiming in on the chat room to see the number 78. A very disappointing weekend for that 78 crew last week at Pocono, the Denver Mattress Group. They had some, limited track time at Pocono because of the weather. And then they came out there, made some adjustments in that practice session on Saturday, got the car rolling pretty good, thought that they'd rebound from that qualifying effort and really have a good run because they didn't qualify too well, the number 78, but little problems on pit road, spelt disaster for the Marietta, New Jersey native, and look at a rebound this week. Of course, the ups and downs and the ebbs and flows of auto racing right there. Winner one week at Charlotte Motor Speedway, the next week at Dover, you get caught on pit road with a little incident. Well, hey, scratch it off just like a quarterback has to throw away that interception mentally and go out there and get it done. The hood is up on the number 20 car as they adjust some air pressure right now, working on some things as far as the shocks in the left front of that car right now. Getting it set, getting everything set for this practice session. Matt Kenseth, 2 wins, won this race. Actually, yeah, he's the defending winner of this race, 2015 last year. Best driver rating here too. 22 races, folks, that Matt Kenseth, the Wisconsin native, has been in here at Michigan. He has 14 top 10 finishes. That is pretty stout. $14 top 5s. Did I say 14 top 10s? Thanks, Yeager.
Always looking out.
Always looking out. Exalta, they were the sponsor last week at Pocono. But yeah, going back to Matt Kenseth, let's get that clear. 14 top 5 finishes in 22 races. That is impressive. Dale Earnhardt Jr. Oh, this is a place that he loves so much. Well, why? Because he had that big winless streak and had that Batman ride here and came back to Victory Circle here at Michigan, kind of broke that slump. So that's pretty cool. 2 wins for Dale Earnhardt Jr. Second best in the driver average, and the Exalta driver is, well, he's a veteran. We're not used to calling Dale. Some of us just aren't used to ever calling Dale Earnhardt Jr. a veteran. But I guess I'm just getting old. He is a veteran. He's got the most starts of anyone here at Michigan with 33. So yeah, I'd call that a veteran.
You have a good night? Yeah, that's pretty good.
Virginia Wright from North Carolina. Need to see the 88. Virginia Wright from North Carolina, from the great state of North Carolina. There you go. And you wanted to see the 14. Well, watch this. Okay, here you go, Virginia. This is just for you. This is, NASCAR.com. We're about you guys. We try to give you the best show we can. Sometimes we hop around a lot, but there's the number 88 that you wanted to see. And boom, right past photographer Andrew Copley is the number 14 Mobil 1 entry of Tony Stewart. So there you go, Virginia. Boom, that was for you. Now we go back out into the sunshine. A little bit of an overcast day, but I think the sun is about to pop through. Looks like we'll have some really nice weather tomorrow, calling for weather in the 90s. Oh gosh. Denny Hamlin, the number 11 car right there, being pushed in. Carl Edwards, the subway ride, about to climb into this beautiful green machine here at Michigan International Speedway. The subway driver, best average finish of anybody, 9.6. Yeah, always got to pump you up before you get in the car here, Carl. But, you know, we're talking about that downforce package, and you know you've been a big advocate of wanting less spoiler and less downforce, so you got to be excited about this weekend.
Yes, this is what I've been asking for. So I appreciate NASCAR going this direction. You know, these big racetracks are so much fun when the cars are sliding around. This is the site of my first Cup race. You know, Jack Roush let me drive the 99 car here, I don't know, 12 years ago in the summer, and just I've always loved this place. It's fun, and hopefully that package makes it even better. We got Subway on the car, which is pretty cool. And
so you just had a Subway sandwich, rub it in because we're hungry.
Yeah, I haven't had one today, actually.
Oh,
but
really?
I'm sure
Okay.
there's going to be some on the hauler if you need one.
Yeah, if I need one, I'll come by.
Go get whatever you want, man.
So qualifying lap should be really, really interesting here. How much more do you think will be off the throttle?
It looked like a lot in the data, so you know that means that we're going to drive down the corner. You're actually, I mean, you could be going 205 miles an hour or something, and you're going to have to kind of get that thing down in there and slide the car. And there's nothing better than sliding these stock cars at that speed.
All right, Carl, thanks for joining us on NASCAR.com GarageCam. Always appreciate Carl taking the time here. That Subway, beautiful paint scheme. Let's check it out for you right there, the Subway ride. Of course, Jack Roush giving him his chance, but JGR wheeling that number 19. Brian Reese, let me see that 19 before he puts it in victory lane. There you go, Jim Reese. Yeah, he started at Roush Racing, which is the king here at Michigan, but really it's been the story of JGR. 7 wins in 14 races for the Joe Gibbs Racing camp, and that's just been such an impressive thing about this 2016 season for drivers like Kyle Busch here. 2 wins for Carl Edwards, 3 wins over here for Kyle Busch, and Joe Gibbs Racing, man, I'll tell you what, they are just rolling so far in both the NASCAR Xfinity Series, 7 wins, and 7 wins over here in the Cup Series. So very impressive. We're going to take a shortcut. Taking a shortcut to the front of the garage right here, where we see already in his car last week's winner, Kurt Busch. What an amazing finish last week. As a few laps, maybe like a handful of laps to go on the radio, they were saying, well, you got to save because we don't have enough fuel. We should be about maybe 2 to 3 laps short, but we don't know if they were playing a little cat and mouse game there or not, or if it was just the ability of Kurt Busch to save just enough fuel. But back this weekend, of course, the old man, Tony Gibson, after his suspension, which maybe some of the guys said, hey, stay home. But the Haas Automation car, fresh off that big win at Pocono, right alongside the number 4 car. Outback Steakhouse on board this weekend for Kevin Harvick. 1 pole, 1 win, his win coming back in 2010. Happy birthday to Rodney Childers, just celebrating a birthday the other day. And him and the boys went out to, well, you guessed it, Outback. So saw the picture on Twitter. It was a pretty cool deal. Rodney and the boys here getting this Outback car ready. And I'll tell you what, it is a pretty cool paint scheme with that kind of cream color look, a little different. And, of course, everywhere we look on these cars, there's food. CJ, you get hungry? No? CJ doesn't eat anymore. Maybe it's just me. Big weekend here at Michigan. We get the ARCA Series here. Of course, we have the NASCAR Xfinity Series rolling here as well. So make sure you tune in to NASCAR Xfinity Series GarageCam later today at noon Eastern Standard Time. It's going to be an awesome show, I promise you. It always is over there in the Xfinity Series. Brad Keselowski, well, the Deuce rolling the big goose egg so far at Michigan, a place that, well, like Carl Edwards really wants to win at Kansas. There's no place that Brad Keselowski would rather win if he looked at his calendar at the beginning of the year other than Brooklyn, Michigan. Grew up not that far from here, cut his teeth in the short track ranks in the great state of Michigan. 13 races, only 3 top 5 finishes. Of course, 2012, he had a runner-up finish, came so close to getting that win, but Brad Keselowski looking for a little home state love here in Michigan. 2 wins thus far in the season for the Blue Deuce crew. Cars starting to roll out a little bit early for practice. Brad Hutton, the guy we call GOAT right here, one of the great veteran camera guys of our sport that a lot of us respect so much. Harvick got his car out there. Look at him. He is ready to get on the track. A lot of these drivers are itching to get on the track. There's, of course, a tire test here, but a lot of drivers haven't competed here yet with this new rules package. The adjustment of this rule package just coming a few short weeks ago. And you know, it's a package that the drivers have been asking for, and that's the big thing. So less downforce, shorter spoiler. These cars should be sideways, off the throttle, having some fun, hanging it out there. And remember to thank our sponsors, Mobile One, for sponsoring GarageCam. GarageCam always presented to you by Mobile One. And there's the cat in the hat, Jack Roush, signing some autographs, walking through the garage area. Future Hall of Famer. His cars have won here 13 times, so they could use a little love from the great state of Michigan, because Roush Racing has been struggling over the last 2 years, but this might be a place where they can get that mojo back. Cars cranking up. How much time we got? 3 minutes to go. That's it? Well, you know what? Let's roll over here. We already saw those guys a few times. It's almost like overtime for you now. You never know what you're going to see on GarageCam. Well, we've showed you pretty much all the cars we can. See if we can get you maybe some last-minute shout-outs here on the show, and make sure you tune in just a little over an hour from now to NASCAR.com, GarageCam Xfinity Series. We'll have a lot of fun with those boys. The Jimmy Johnson black paint scheme is back. Quite possibly one of my favorite Jimmy Johnson schemes of all time right here. It just looks mean. Jimmy's not very mean, but this car looks mean. If that thing's coming right for you, you know it's going to mean business. Chase Elliott inside the garage of the Dawsonville, Georgia driver. We'll show you him climbing in here. Led some laps last week at Pocono, and what an impressive effort for this 24 team and this young rookie driver in NASCAR last weekend at Pocono. Cars are firing up. Chase Elliott's about to climb in. They still have this thing on on scale pads. So he'll be waiting a minute or two to go out on track as Alan Gustafson and the crew get the 24 ready. Joey Logano rolling out onto the track. He spoke to us about the low downforce package. Oh, it should be an interesting weekend to watch everything from practices to qualifying to the race. Keep it logged on to NASCAR.com. 93 races in Michigan at Michigan International Speedway. 377 different drivers have competed here at Michigan. 36 different winners. Can we make it 37 this weekend? The number 11 of Denny Hamlin, a guy that drove a number 11. Cale Yarborough was the first winner here in 1969. Make sure to tune in to NASCAR Drive on NASCAR.com. That's your in-car cameras that you can check out every week. Some cool cameras. We can announce it to you right here, folks, and let you know who the cameras are. The number 4 we just showed you before of Kevin Harvick, the 78 of Martin Truex Jr. Ryan Blaney, the rookie, gets an in-car camera, and the 88 of Dale Earnhardt Jr. Your NASCAR Drive in-car cameras for this week. Everybody make sure you tune in to the FireKeepers Casino 400. Sunday, June 12th, 1 p.m., Fox Sports 1, MRN and Sirius Satellite XM Radio. I'm your host, Matthew Dillner, and until next time, we'll see you at the races.